Hello and welcome back to Danielle's Desk. Today we're finally doing a flip through. I guess it's a flip through. Yeah, it's a flip through of my Creating & Co book journal. First, we do lotion. I have vanilla buttercream. I normally don't like caramel scents, but literally this smells like, I don't know, ice cream. I don't know. It smells so good. Every time I eat this, I want cake or something. It's just so good. But we're going to lotion up our hands. So I will make sure to link down below the peanut butter taco flip through that I did in case you missed that. I usually do a mid-year like update, and I missed that, obviously. I hadn't played in my book planners in months. This one was severely past due, delinquent. But I spent all but I think a little over a week just updating my challenges and everything. It is still not fully like ready, like finished, but we're gonna get there. So nothing hasn't changed. I don't remember if I even did this setup on camera, but we're definitely going to do a like Halloween setup, and that is going to be coming in September. So you definitely want to make sure that you're subscribed and you have the notification bell on, because we are going to do that. I miss that. I miss doing my setups, for my book planners and everything on here. So, but this is the kind of spring, summer. I think I actually put this on for springtime, and, it just stayed that way. But the cover is from, I can't think of the name of the company right now. But, yeah, I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But, Disc or Happy Planner disc, and I love it. I do. I love it. This is a B6 size disc. The contents or the inserts you can find on Creating & Co website, and I will have that listed below along with a code that will save you money. All right, so nothing hasn't changed as far as decoration, I don't think. But this is a piece of paper that I cut down. It's from Creating & Co that I cut down and to B6 size. And this little card, little bookshelf card, I just use it for deco, is also from Creating & Co. This vellum is from Type A4 Lexa, which is another one of my favorite bookish shops. I have her listed in my favorites. I don't have a code or anything, but she has fabulous stuff. And then this is my landing page. This is a part of the Creating & Co kind of book bundle journal. And then the stickers and everything you see on the page are all, I do believe, for the exceptions of these two, are from Creating & Co. These are from Peanut Butter Taco, I believe. Here I covered up this page. This was a like track your pages, and I don't track pages when I read. I just read. So I just put this card, which is from Creating & Co. I put that on kind of like a year at a glance. These are my goals. They have not changed since 2025. There's no goal check-in, but I can just let you know that I am behind on my books. I am where I'm supposed to be on my seasonal. I think I've done 2 bookish collabs. I have one coming, so just FYI, I'm going to have one here on YouTube, and I'm going to have one here on Instagram. So make sure that you are following me for that, because that is coming. I'm wanting to do like a spooky thing. I don't know what it is. I love Halloween. If you follow me on Instagram, you've been getting all the Halloween content and decorating and all the things. I'm very active there in stories. So I'm thinking about doing like a spooky, I don't know, but it'll be one here and one on Instagram. Let's see where we are. Now I'm not as active in my bookish groups, just like I said in my Peanut Butter Taco flip through, and I don't think I'm nowhere near 5K. I think I'm at 4,000 some odd, whatever. I have picked up some followers lately though, but Instagram's algorithm is crazy and it's whatever. This dashboard sticker is from Creating & Co. And then here are my 5-star reads, and I ran out of room, so I just kind of continued on this little sticky note that I got from Peanut Butter Taco. I have live a boring life, and where I live, there are no little small cute bookshops. There's no authors coming to, for their book signing. There's none of that because I live in a rural town. So I would have to go to Houston, Texas for that. And when I go to Houston, it's not for that. It's typically go to Trader Joe's or something. So I don't really have a lot of like important dates or anything. I could have used this for maybe, I need to check on that. That's on the 25th. That's next week. Okay. For like new releases and stuff, but I don't think I would have enough room. So I just left it alone. These are the most anticipated book releases. Both of these pages are, and I'm doing fairly well with that. I didn't have I think I need to Never Flinch. Excuse me. I am reading now. That's like a 3rd or 4th book in that series by Stephen King. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that needs to be? Nope. So I'm doing really well. I spent the last 5 days catching up on a lot of books that came out. I went and put some books on hold at the library. So I'm pretty excited about that. So, because I was behind, y'all. I was behind. This is probably for just decoration because I don't DNF books. I push through them. I always do Battle of the Books in October, so we will start that in October, and it's pretty fun. And if you don't know what Battle of the Books is, basically you bump 2 books against each other, and then it keeps going. It's kind of like an NBA, like March Madness kind of thing, and it's really fun. I really like it. Here, this is the first 50, 40, 30. I don't know. Books that you've read of 2025. I completed that, I think, in the first quarter. This is the first 25 books of 2025. These challenges are from Creating & Co. And of course, I finished that, I think, in the first quarter. This is read every day. Of course, I read every day. I mean, there's some days that I don't. Like I just did this past week, I think it was. I didn't start a book or whatever, but it's rare because reading is my like outlet. So I'm always reading. Been reading since I was 4. But you just basically read every day. And of course I read every day. So I just pick March, and it's just something cute to put inside your planner. I don't track pages, so it's just there. This would annoy the heck out of me if I was tracking pages. So it's just there. And then I keep a log of all my books that I've read so far, and these these stickers are from Creating & Co. I need to update some more. I think I have 1 or 2 books that are lacking in there. These dashboards, I've shown this so many times here on the channel. These are interactive dashboards, and they are by Type A for Alexa. They're just like the cutest thing ever. You can write on them if you want. I don't. I just merely use them for decoration, and I just think they're so, so cute. This sticker is from Creating & Co. So I just kind of have that pin here, and then here's my monthlies. So this is January. Most of the date covers that you'll see are going to be from Peanut Butter Taco. And then here is February, just the traditional. We have March. Now, all of these are going to be decorated, y'all, because I still have a lot of work to do, but this is what I have so far. And this is kind of where it gets where I kind of stopped. So I have the date dots down. So this is going to be an Easter spread. All I need to do is just decorate the rest of it, which will not take me long, but I do have the date covers, and these are lemons, and this is for May. And then the little crabs for June. And July is watermelon. And then I did decorate August. So it's so, so cute. The stickers that you see are from Robin's Planning Nest. She's currently not you know, in business right now, but super cute. And then, of course, like I said, all of the date covers are from Peanut Butter Taco. So that is how we looking. So I still have some work to do in my monthlies. I believe that this is from Peanut Butter Taco. And then this stack is stuff that I need to plan with. So these are spreads that I need to do, and I have them all here. So I'm just going to, once I get like my monthlies caught up, this is like the next thing that I'm going to do is just go back to back plan and use my inserts and start doing my weekly spreads. These are my monthly, my TBR, sorry. This is January. I had 12 on my TBR. February was 8. March was 12. April was 11. I guess it wanted to be 12, I guess. May, I talked about this in my Peanut Butter Taco flip through that I was winging it in May. It was super fun. I never wing anything. I always like to plan my reading. So for me to kind of like go with the flow was rather weird for me, but it was fun. I did like it. June 9, July 14, and August 13 books, which we are doing really well so far in August. Book releases, and so what I do is these checks. So if I read any new book releases that I'm interested in, then they go, I check them off here. But I was able to check off quite a bit for January so far. One book in February, The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. One, The Buffalo Hunter, which actually that was one of the books I read last week. I gave that a 5-star. Highly recommend that Stephen Graham Jones book. I loved it. For April, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that I was able to read. 3 in May. In June, oh, the summer, we always have a really like high book release in the summer months. 2 in June and none in July. Let me make sure. Oh, You Belong Here. I have that one. So I read that one. So I need to highlight that one. So I still have some work to do. And then here is August. These are all the things I finished up. Hemlock and Silver. I did love that book a lot by T.K. Fisher. I really want to read Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. I really want to read that one. I just don't know. I mean, I'd have to buy the book. And I don't know. So we'll see. I really want to read that one. Everything that I've ever read from R.F. Kuang have been a 5-star. Library books. What? Oh, okay. So I guess I need to fill in my library books. I forgot to do this. I did books bought, but I forgot library. I was like, why is this blank? Of course I did library books. So I'll need to go back and fill that in. I totally forgot about that. Books bought. Here is what I'm looking at so far, and I am caught up. I did this one, but I completely skipped over library books. Here are my wrap-ups. So here's January. I read 12 books. My favorite was Dark Places, and my least favorite was The Breakdown. So that month was from my kind of like my book Advent box that I got from Darshell from Books and Planners, and I literally took all the books that I got in December from her from that Advent, and I read them in January. They were all backlists, and I absolutely love it. I hope she does that again. So this is a continuation of January. I have to do these little inserts. I get these from Creating & Co. because this is not enough. 8, I read more than 8. So February, 10 books. Onyx Storm was my favorite. The 3 Lives of Kate K. I believe that was a Reese pick. I didn't care for it too much. That's just a continuation of February. March, I read 10 books. Isola, that is a Reese pick, and I loved Isola. That was a 5-star. And If I Go Missing, I didn't care for. And that's a continuation of March. April, I read 10 books. Wild Dark Shore, I think that was my book of the month. And I did like that Anon Please or Anon, I don't know what, it's a weird book that I got from Dollar Tree, and I didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars. That's a continuation of April. For May, I read 11 books, Crescent City novels. I read all of them. I loved it, and I didn't like, it was this poetry book called Milk and Honey. I mean, it was okay. I don't know. But, and then that's a continuation of May. For June, 12 books, The First Gentleman, which I have read all of those books in, the President series by Bill Clinton. I love those books. The audiobooks are amazing. And so I gave that one a 5-star too. And I read Black Dahlia. I never read that, and I mean, it's okay, but it wasn't like my absolute favorite. That's a continuation of June. July, I read 10 books. I read Atmosphere. I loved Atmosphere. And I read Magician's Assistant. It was a book that I had picked up. I think it was at a library sale or something, and I didn't too much care for that one. And August, so far, this is what I have for August. I have some 5 stars in there. The Buffalo Hunter, like I said. So that's my reading wrap-ups. And this is another interactive dashboard, which is super cute. I just love the interactive dashboards. Here we move to all of my challenges, and this is where I needed to play catch up for real. So this is my winter challenge, which started in 2024, in November. So it ran from November. Did it run in November or December? Let's see. September, October, November. No, December. So the winter for me runs December, January, and February. So I bring this over for this year. So these are the books that I read. I put January, February. I read 6 books for that challenge. And this is just kind of like concurrently things. So at the time, I was really loving my academic planner, which is so funny because I'm not even in that planner anymore. My dad's birthday. I reduced to basic planning, which was probably the best thing I've ever done. If you watch any of my other videos, you kind of know what type of functional planning I'm doing. I was reading more backlist novels. I was looking at a lot of functional planning on YouTube. What else? I was listening to my dad's favorite songs, making the best decisions for me, buying less stickers, which is still true. Just buying more of other things like Bath and Body and other things. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know I love to thrift and things like that. And then I was decluttering my closet. And then I did a cute little book bingo, which is always fun. And my recap for winter was I read 22 books with a goal of 20 books. I bought 9 of them, totaling about $25 and some change. My favorite was Onyx Storm and Heartless Hunter. I read a lot of fantasy, psycho thriller, and contempt. And that's just some other stuff. And it's just really fun. I had a really good start to the year. This is our winter magic challenge. I read 4 books for this challenge, and then I also did a snow is falling challenge, or falling snow. I did this in January and February, and I read 2 books for this challenge. This is a, if I can get the little sticky note up, this is a TBR takedown. So this encourages you to read what's on your shelf to save money. You're supposed to total up the cost of the book, the retail cost of the book, to kind of show how much you saved, essentially, from just reading from your bookshelf. Then we move into spring, and here are my bookshelves for the springtime. And for the spring challenge, I read 10 books, which was awesome. And that ran from March, April, and May. I participated in the book bingo again. And during the spring months, I was loving thrifting. If you follow me on Instagram, you know. I was celebrating a slow pace at work, which I went through a lot of downtime because we were in transition with physicians. I was planning in my weeks in B5. I was finding a lot of Dollar Tree finds. I was watching lifting videos. So if y'all know that I lift weights. Listening to a lot of audiobooks, making family memories, buying home decor, and cleaning my office. I had a goal of 30 books for 3 months. And I read 31 books. I acquired 9 books. My favorite books were Crescent City, Broken Country, Silkish Journey, The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and Isola. I was reading fantasy and historical fiction. And then this little fun cutie right here, which I think I just love the way this challenge looked with the little houses in the bookstore and the flower shop and the cafe. This was called Storybook Haven. This was the spring readathon, and I read 4 books for that with Silka's Journey. That was, Silka's Journey is a continuation of the Tattooist of Auschwitz, and I love both of those books and highly recommend that. For the summer, which is where we are now, here are my bookshelf so far, and I've already completed the book bingo already. Currently, and we're at the end, August is where when I end the summer reading, and September immediately like is fall to me in my mind, which if you walk around my house, it's already Halloween. So I'm loving Bath & Body. Y'all know that I've been a huge Bath & Body fan, and I should be probably their spokesperson, to be honest with you. I'm celebrating a new job. If you follow me on Instagram, I have got a promotion and acquired another clinic. So I run 2 clinics, cardiovascular and bariatrics. I'm testing out planners for 2026. So if you found me because of this book planner or something like that, and you're interested in other type of planning, definitely check out my other videos with helping me find or pick out my 2026 planner. I'm reading a lot of fantasy, a whole lot of fantasy. It's Big Brother season, so if you watch Big Brother, comment down below and tell me who your favorite house guest is. I like Keanu. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I do. I think he sometimes makes dumb decisions, but y'all are allowed to put anyone except Rachel. Just FYI. I'm listening various audiobooks. I'm making memories with Cash. Cash is my grandson. I'm buying too much Bath & Body, and I've been decorating. I've been cleaning and decorating for Halloween, which everything is already up. And of course, this isn't filled out yet because we are not at the end of August. This is the summer reading challenge. I have completed it and have read 7 books. This is the Treasures of Tide. I also completed that with reading 5 books. So I got that little cutie one in there. And then this was just some little like journaling stickers that I put in there that I thought was really cute. This one is cute. It's the monthly reads. I did it for August and just kind of putting all the books that, you know, I'm kind of like reading for the month of August. I'm not finished yet, but I just think this one is so cute with the little bees. And then I've already gotten Autumn here. I wish she kind of would have went with some other colors because it is so similar to our summer one. It's not screaming like the traditional Autumn, but it is Fae and folklore, and you can definitely find that on Creating & Co.'s webpage. And like I said, I do have her listed below along with my code in case you want to pick that up and participate with us. I already have my book bingo ready to go, and I'm also going to be doing Belle of the Books. I'm actually going to be starting that this week coming. This one has quite a few prompts, but I love Belle. Belle is one of my favorite princesses. I think she is my favorite princess, so I definitely wanted to include that for this year. This is the TBR takedown that I showed you. I just need to transfer the titles over here. So I need to do that. This is Read with Reese. So I do participate in her book club. I am behind. I need to read Spectacular Things and Once Upon a Time, what is it, in Dollywood, I believe. So those are the 2 books actually 3 books. I also need to read All That Life Can Afford. So I need to they're going to be on my TBR for the month of September for me to play catch up on if I can get them at the library. Fingers crossed I can, because I don't want to buy the book or books. Read the Rainbow, always do that. I am completely done with that. This is, I buy books from Book of the Month, and I did skip in the month of April, but I have purchased books every single month, and I have read all of them. I always read my book of the month. This is the alphabet. I have a few prompts that are left. J, K, U, X, and Z, and Q. So, but I am doing fairly well with that one. This one I picked up in March, and I read 4 books. So I completed 4 of the, I completed 4 of the 6 prompts. And yeah, that one was super cute. The romantasy trope, I read Fourth Wing, so all 3 books are logged here, and I finished that, and I didn't continue on with it. I could have read way more books than that, but I just didn't continue on with it. So that completes the challenge section. And then here in the back, I just have some like vinyl stickers here, and then here in the back is where I house all of my I need to do that one, do that one, do that one, do that one. I need to fill in some stuff. I'm not finished yet. But this is where all of my challenges that I went through, I go in and put the date and click, you know, do the check mark and all the things here. So I still have some work to do there because I finished several of those that I need to mark complete. This is for the end of the year. These are the book achievements, so we'll do that at the end, and also our book rewards. In here are just like challenge stickers, and in the back are just like challenge stickers and things like that. And that is the Creating and Co. book journal update flip through. Finally. So if you are a fan, like I said, make sure that you stay tuned because I will be doing a Halloween setup. I'm super excited to have some really cute Halloween setup to share with you. And if you are a bookish person and you want to see more like bookish book planner content, oh my goodness, I have a new book planner that we're going to be setting up that I am so excited about. So you want to make sure that you tune in for that. So thank you so much for joining me here at Danielle's Desk. If you enjoy doing a flip through of my Creating and Co. book journal, please give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more content from me, and more content is coming, please subscribe, turn that bell notification on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.